So I'm going to explain a few things that I find are extremely trivial, and you might brush them off as not important at all. But it's these same measures that are what are going under the radar and have vast implications, such as families to be broken apart, holidays to be canceled, maybe the Olympics. Yeah, they were canceled, but then they might get canceled again, and then suicide rates to be skyrocketing. Okay, so all within these kind of trivial aspects. If you're walking in the morning and there's like water on the morning dew on the grass, your feet might not get wet by hitting them. But then if you hit a puddle, like a pothole in a puddle, and your shoe gets wet, well, that will now collect all the dew droppings if you continue to walk through the grass and get your feet wet. The second example has to do with vehicles and their driving. If you can look down the road, like if you're walking down a hill and you can see the brakes in the cars and you're trying to jaywalk without getting hit, it's a lot easier to look down and then see where the stoplights or stop signs are breaking the traffic up. And it's also really interesting when you're walking and how fast the cars are moving. This much of a difference makes a vast difference in if you're walking on like a shoulder where there's a break and there makes another lane. The main lane is going at you, but if you just take and walk onto the sidewalk on the top of it just a little bit, it doesn't make that much difference at all because the car is going so fast that it almost doesn't make any difference. And the third is, don't piss down my back and tell me that it's rain. This is the one where I don't really care for being careful when the hypothesis is based on unknowns. What do I mean by that? The constraints and guidelines, policies, and strong suggestions are all the same, but they're all basing it off fear. And if you're acting normal, which they cut with the new normal, it is going to be working against you if you're just trying to be normal. If you don't want to wear a mask and other people around you are being scared and it's driven by fear in order for you to wear a mask, is nonsensical, to say the least. And this is the issue with schools or any groups. And so how to combat this is the hypothesis off of the unknowns. Well, you combat it by understanding the things that are already known, and you can base it on, I guess dogs are domesticated. There's a prevalence of different attributes when it comes to their physicalities, ranging from big, small, short, tall, you name it. And if you contribute that with their anatomically sound features, where they're more variant if they're bred differently, but you can combine that to the Trojan horse alphabet, which is the class array of all the viral mutanogens. And you can read all about it at a fun circuit where you can go to a park and have physical attributes if you want to work out with your animal. Or you just type in to what people like are like smart screens, have one outdoors. You can get real radical because the Democrats are going to have like the postage cars be electric. So in the next ballot voting, they can look like they've had this mail-in ballot source a really cleanly configured, and everything's up to date and nothing's out of disorder, just because they're going to provide all the mail trucks as electronic engine vehicles. So what the hell, get some smart screens outside, outdoor ones, the technology is there, and then you can just use that to type in what dog you're working out with, even if you have a pretend dog. Hell, I've had a pet rock. If you want a pretend dog, the choice is yours. You type into the screen what kind of a dog you're working out with, and you can have like a dog, like little circuit thing next to you where you can work out with him doing different attributes. I'd say even get a hologram. You can project that onto each circuit as you play as well, to see the relation of how your body structure is working with his. And you can just use this to combat the different mutagens, to pretend like there's like this little bar where when you work out, it says your progress, doing different like workout techniques with your dog. And this is going to get perverted because people are going to use this as like a Kama Sutra book, where you are doing like enactments with the other embodiment, and it's working towards a goal. And you can call me a monkey's uncle. That was perverted to even think of, but I literally just have come up with something that is so outrageous that I had to quickly do a sweep through my brain to see the implications of inappropriate activity. But you could have like a little bar that shows like the mutagens of how well you're doing to combat them, to make sure that in all your body work in the different areas where you'll be this much ready for this type of an outbreak, that much ready for a different type of an outbreak. And this is really the best way to combat even things other than outbreaks, such as addiction and abuses. And you can type in what kind of substances you want to not ever be affected by. And then it can show you a level of efficiency. And this would probably be in the public, so you would have to worry about the children getting into the information of whatever, but it's just as equal as going on to Google and typing this in. So the hell with it.